everyone, and welcome to Coastal Living. Today we kick off Hispanic Heritage Month by finding out what exactly it means to some important people in our community. Plus, we're going to stop by and grab some barbecue at one of our favorite spots in town, and so much more. We want to hear from you. We'll talk about that later in the show. Thank you for joining us. It's Coastal Living. To me, Hispanic Heritage Month is all about embracing and learning about your cultura, your roots, as my dad would say. It's all about the roots, mijita. And it really is, especially being Latino, Latina, we have a lot to be proud of, where we came from, our heritage, our culture, our traditions. So I think it's a really great opportunity to spend time with your family, not only to understand your lineage and where you come from, but to find out where those traditions are rooted from and how you can carry those into your future generations. It's very, very special to be Latino, to be Hispanic, and there's so much to be proud of.
What this month means to me is simply embracing who I am, and especially my heritage, especially on my mother's side of the family. And with that goes to just learning about my grandmother and her history, as well as my tias, my tios, my primas, my primos. Pretty much everyone in my family has such a great story to share about their lives, and especially the memories that we make with one another. So it's simply just spending time with family, eating the best food ever. So from cooking to dancing, from the beautiful, vibrant colors of this month, and everything in between means a lot to me, especially during Hispanic Heritage Month, and just being proud of who I am and where I come from.
Hispanic Heritage Month for me is a time to really celebrate who we are. I love spending time with my family, hearing stories about our old traditions that we still do today, and honoring my loved ones who have passed by making their favorite meals and teaching my fiancé all about my heritage. It is important that we celebrate our cultura, our comida, and our music with everyone in the world and show them how beautiful our culture really is. So embrace your culture, be proud of who you are, and do everything you can to keep our culture alive. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Happy Hispanic Heritage Month is all about learning and honoring history and cultures of many. Luckily, there's a museum right here in the Coastal Bend where you can do just that.
Hello and welcome to the Museum of the Institute of Hispanic Culture of Corpus Christi. The museum has to offer identity because it's something that sometimes the youth struggles with, finding their identity, being born and raised Latino in Texas. So we're here to show you what you can be proud of your culture. This is just an homage to all the beautiful cultures of Latin America.
And of course, there's history about these beautiful dresses.
As you know, this Friday, September 16th, is Mexico's Independence Day. There are celebrations throughout the community, including at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We'll wear beautiful cultural garments, such as this dress of a China Poblana de Puebla will be featured. Our culture is rich and beautiful, and I invite you to come celebrate it with us.
You can celebrate at Texas A&M University this Friday, or you can even attend their 46th annual event happening this Saturday, which happens to be
our annual gala. Is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it helps us keep the lights on in this beautiful museum dedicated to the community. The gala is also a celebration of Latino identity, and as such we'll be giving out 4 awards at this gala. The Hispanic Legacy Award to 4 Latino members of the community who have gone above and beyond in helping the community. About 30-40 years ago, the Instituto was founded by the original board members of the museum, and their dream was to watch the community get involved. So just come by, take a look, talk to us. We'll tell you about our events that are coming up, attend the events, and just be a friend. If you have any questions, reach out.
The art scene is booming here in the Coastal Bend, but you already know that. I am here at Mi Vida Loca, and it is at the top of Appliance Mart on SPID, and you have to take stairs to get there. So let's go check it out.
Oh, hi, I'm Mark Clark, the owner or the co-owner of Mi Vida Loca Artesanías. And I'm a painter, first and foremost. And these are some of my work. The combination of Mexican and American really is wonderful and unusual. It's what brought me down to South Texas from Washington, D.C. And I just absolutely love it. And that was kind of what inspired us to open Mi Vida Loca, so that we could promote the beautiful art and artesanías from south of the border and from here in Corpus and Brownsville all the way up to San Antonio. I don't think I can turn loose of these burros. They're just too handsome. But we do have quite a few dogs from Colima here, these beautiful ceramic perros. Well, right here, we're in the middle of a show called 8.5. It's 8.5 inch of self-portraits by artists from Ciudad Victoria all the way up to San Antonio. And it's been one of the more interesting shows I've had to install. I was just absolutely amazed by the diversity and the complexity of the work that was submitted, and the high quality also is quite impressive. We've really got some talented individuals painting, drawing, and doing sculpture here in this region, and it's a wonderful feeling to be able to showcase this work. I'm glad you were able to drop by and visit us here at Mi Vida Loca. We're open Fridays and Saturdays from 12 to 5, and it's a pleasure having you stop in.
Mi Vida Loca is located at the top of Appliance Mart on SPID, so stop by and make sure you tell them Coastal Living sent ya.
What a great way to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month, and trust me, we have a lot of tricks in the bag for you this month, so get ready to celebrate. We want you to be a part of it. Head over to our Facebook and Instagram at Coastal Living TV and share with us what Hispanic Heritage Month means to you. We want to share your story. If you have photos, if you have something meaningful, please allow us to share your beautiful culture as well. All right, guys, don't forget about that IHOP giveaway. You've got a chance to win 2 $25 certificates. Today's keyword is syrup. Head over to CoastalLivingTV.com for your chance to win. We'll be back with more. This is Coastal Living. All right, everybody, it's time for another lunch with a lawyer. Today we are in downtown Corpus Christi at Water Street Oyster Bar. Now, this is all brought to you by Heil Law Firm and, of course, the one and only Robert Heil. All right, in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, we have the one and only Judge Barbara Canales here with us. Thank you to Heil Law Firm and Robert Heil himself for joining us today and giving us the opportunity to get some insight from you, Barbara, because we are a primarily Hispanic community here. A lot of us aspire to be in leadership roles like yours. Not only are you Latina, but you're a female Hispanic, right? So we want to encourage and motivate people at home that may be watching and want to be just like you when they grow up. Very often, or more often than not, you are the only Hispanic or only female Hispanic in the room.
Yes.
Where do you find the confidence? I know this is built into some people, but it can be discouraging or intimidating to be in the minority in the room, if you will. So where do you find that courage to stand up for what you believe in and to continue to pave the way for Latinos?
Amazing people that I was blessed to know, people that were influential in my life, like Irma Rangel, who was a great Hispanic female legislator from Kingsville, Texas. The pharmacy school's named after her. And my grandmother, we've talked a little bit about her. My mother. Look, I just was raised by both strong men and women who never saw my gender or my ethnicity as a barrier, but only as a compliment. When I speak Spanish, you know what I see? People smile. They love it. It makes you feel welcome when you're traveling or when you're in bigger urban centers. It opens doors for business. And so I see all of my assets, including my feistiness, as a good thing, But do I sense my roots? Oh, yes, every day. Why? Because I think Latinos have had a struggle in Texas and in South Texas. There were times where there were signs that said no Mexicans allowed. Those are hurtful moments of our history that I wanted to make certain that those signs would never be up for my children. And I guess my confidence comes from knowing that so many people fought so hard from all ethnicities and from all genders to make sure that their sacrifices would not be for nothing.
Well, thank you for that insight.
Yeah.
Before I love that you mentioned some of the people that inspire you and motivate you. Before we go, what advice do you have for any Latinos, Hispanics, female or male at home that want to put themselves into a leadership role in the community?
I would say dream big, study hard, have a great work ethic, and never doubt yourself. You are beautiful. You are powerful. And by the way, silence is only important in church. You need to make certain that your voice is heard. And I will say, whether you have talents that are in the world of art, or education, or healthcare, or government, we need everybody to make this community a very special place. Share your culture. Be proud of it. From the food we eat, to the music we listen to the way we talk, dance, and maybe move, and maybe even a little something extra behind. We are beautiful, and let's celebrate that. Have pride.
Well, thank you. Very, very wonderful words of inspiration from the one and only Barbara Canales. Thanks again to Heil Law Firm for allowing us to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month in a very special way. A very special leader from the Coastal Bend. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. All right, by now you should recognize this kitchen. I'm here with Travis at Salty Oak Barbecue right here off Airline in Alameda, and today we're switching it up. We're not making barbecue, we're making fish tacos, brand new on the menu. Your girl's gonna put it together, but talk to me about the fish that we're using and why.
We chose cod, northern Atlantic cod. First and foremost, it's not farm raised, it's actually the real deal.
Very important.
And it's after it's prepared and it's cooked, it almost presents itself like a lump crab meat. So it really holds well with the taco.
Okay, we're not worried about it flaking and falling into the pit.
Yeah, or being too thin and you're biting through the whole thing. This gives you a great consistency throughout that taco.
And some consistency and variety here at Salty Oak for anyone who might not be a big meat eater. If you prefer fish or something light, you've got an option. So we are going to put together some tacos. Here, 2 tortillas, because that's just the way it's done, right?
That's it.
Start with the fish?
Yep.
Okay. You just walk me through this. I mean, not that I don't know my way through a taco.
We went kind of light so you can,
Okay. Now it's important that it's made to where every bite gets a
So
piece
we
of
start
fish
with
in
these
it.
corn tortillas. We lightly Charlie Brown them with some canola oil on the flat top. You want it, it's got to be the sweet spot on the bat. You don't want it too crispy, you don't want it too soft, you want it just right in the middle.
Exactly. And the next step is going to be coleslaw for the crunch?
Yep.
Okay. Hit them with the slaw. Now some people like a lot, some people like a little. I like a lot of crunch in my tacos,
Right.
so I'm going to be generous here.
And then some radish.
radish. We're gonna make this pretty.
It's just all about that. Everything has a role. You want the crunch. You want, it can't be too mushy. So I'm not reinventing the wheel. We're just, everybody's got their own spin on it. But this seems to be the common denominator out there. So avocado makes life better.
Top her off with some avo.
And last but not least, after the cotto, is Hatch green chilies verde sauce, if you will. It's actually got a little Blue Moon cervezas in there. We cook out the alcohol, not to worry, except for when I'm making my own private batch. But this one is actually safe for the kids. Yeah, and it's New Mexico Hatch green chili, which is the chili capital of the world. Some don't know that, but my family originated from New Mexico, so I could not put that to bed. I had to infuse that with these tacos.
This is Clarissa Cerna approved right here, y'all. You know I like my spice, and this has just the right amount of kick.
Yes.
But something that even my most weary spicy friends can handle. Absolutely. So that's all there is to it. You don't want to overdo a fish taco. You want to just complement the flavors, put in what needs to be done. This looks delicious, and I already put my hands on it, so I guess I have to eat it, right?
We have to see it. I have to, this is your first taste test, so why not be live on camera? All
right, guys, so this is for y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to try this out and see how it goes, all right? Should I just do it here in the kitchen? Do you guys mind? Okay.
Dive in.
You know, I'm infamous for my...
We sterilize every 5 minutes. It's good.
Here we go. Whoop. Making a mess. So never in my life have I had like barbecued fish.
You're right.
And it has that smoky, oaky taste. I love it.
Yeah.
So good.
And you wouldn't believe, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that barbecue is only a man cuisine, but we hear so often than not when the husband and wife come in, the wife's always like, why don't you do fish? Why don't you do, and we heard those voices. So actually, we lost some wives along the way and the husbands. Now we got the wives back eating as early as last week, and they're so thankful that we put this on the menu.
This is diet friendly.
Yeah.
Again, for somebody who doesn't like a heavier meat, you're getting that barbecue taste and flavor with the fish. Cod absorbs flavor really, really well.
Yes.
And like you said, that crab consistency too gives it that meaty texture. So, bravo. I gotta high five you on this one, Travis. You did it.
We're gonna hire you to for the first trial when everybody's caught tacos.
I'll come out with it.
You did a great rundown.
One order of fish tacos coming up.
Right. Yes.
Well, all I can say is, oh my God, it's delicious. Stop by Salty Oak on Alameda and Airline.
That's good.
Visit my boy Travis in the gang and try out.
It's back to school season in the Coastal Bend, and most students in the area are adjusting from remote learning to being back in the classroom. I'm here at Promesa Charter School to discuss the importance of attendance and their student safety.
Attendance is very important, and we know that September is Attendance Awareness Month. Why? Well, at this point, we identify all the patterns of our students, and we identify what are some of the areas that we need to cover to ensure that attendance is important in their lives. We try to ensure that the parents understand why their child needs to be in school every day. What happens to a child that doesn't attend school? Well, they're falling behind on academics. They're also losing out on a lot of the TEKS and the information that is important that they need to be learning on a daily basis. We at the school have an attendance committee. I'm in charge of it as a principal, and therefore we get together, and consequences that can occur can be being retained in the same grade level. They need to attend Saturday schools, or they'll need to attend after-school tutorials to try to catch them up. And if it's severe, then we do talk about retention for the following year, because they haven't received enough information to ensure that they're ready academically to move on to the next grade level. Some of the things that we make sure our children are caught up with is their immunizations. We make sure that they are being able to stay healthy. And because of that, we're going to be having a health fair this Thursday.
And this is where we will be having our health fair. Amistad is one of our vendors that will be here. They will be doing blood sugar. We will be doing high blood pressure checks. So it's very important that we make sure that our families and our children are always healthy so that they attend school on a daily basis. And this is what we're going to be setting up. We have about between 10 and 15 vendors that will be here to offer even COVID vaccinations. So please, and this is for our family members here at Promesa, we encourage you to attend so that we have all our families and students at their best health.
Remember, we are Promesa Alliance, and we are Promesa College Prep, West Corpus Christi, located on 3102 Baldwin Boulevard. If any of you would like to join our team, please feel free to call 361-400-8293, and they can give you directions on how to register. We are a school of choice, and we are a college prep, elementary, secondary campus that we ensure to prepare your child to be ready for college. Ready for college, ready for life.
Well, before we close out the show, we want to give you guys one last glimpse at the Snoopy Skycam with this gorgeous view of the island. If you make it out there today, be sure to embrace the gorgeous view because you know what? Not everybody has it. Let's not take it for granted. And another friendly reminder, you have a chance to win 2 $25 certificates to IHOP every weekday in September. So head over to our website, coastallivingtv.com, and enter today's keyword, syrup, for your chance to win. And while we're all handing out good deeds, you know that you could donate just $5 to buy one book for a child right here in our very own community. It's the Give a Child a Book campaign, brought to you this year by, of course, our company Scripps, but sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Thank you to them. Adding these books to the equation is the structure for success in our children's lives. So let's provide some books for them. We hope you guys enjoyed today's show. We are kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month, and we want to hear from you. So head over to our social media pages at Coastal Living TV, that's Facebook and Instagram, and share what it means to you. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing you again here tomorrow on Coastal Living. Adios.